Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Ankush here from Alif Consulting. Welcome in our Azure Weekly Update video. In this video, we will be going to talk about all of these updates which has been released by Microsoft for Azure Cloud in last week. All of these updates are in generally available and can be used with our Azure workload. So let's quickly jump into the deep dive and understand all of these updates into the deep. So the first update which we have is for Azure Event Hub have a dedicated self-serve scalable cluster for mission critical Kafka AMQP and HTTPS workload. What that means is this dedicated self-serve cluster are purposed built for the mission critical events streaming workloads that demand high volume data streaming with low latency. These clusters are designed to provide consistent performance, cost efficiency, and the self-service scaling capability for Kafka, AMQP, and HTTPS event streaming workload. The next update which we have is for Azure storage account, or sorry, not for a storage, for Azure storage, Azure disks now have a zone redundant storage available for Azure disk in Southeast uh, Southeast Asia, Australia East, and the Qatar region. So these are the three regions where we have now premium SSD and standard SSD uh, uh, with the joint redundant storage. Now, joint redundant storage can help you out to replicate the data within the regions and across the multiple data center. Some region have two availability zone, or some have a three availability zone. Most of them, like most of them have a three, but there's a one or two data center, I think they have a still have a two availability zone. Now with this feature enables you to do the this feature allows you to enable the fault tolerance on your storage account, and enabled you to zone failure capability. In case of anything goes wrong into the zone, there would be a no issues or no disturbance in your application, right? So that's how you can use this one, and it's allow you to basically maximize the virtual machines availability without need of application level of replica across the data into the zone. The next update which we have is for Azure Databricks now have a serverless SQL options. So with this option, it enabled for the leasable workload between now and by end of May. This feature provides the instant elastic compute to user for their BI and SQL workloads with the minimum management required and capacity optimization that can lower overall cost. Only need to pay for SQL-less server when the user start running report on and the queries. A serverless SQL warehouse include the compute cost. Serverless SQL is built for the modern business analysts who worked on their own schedule and want instant compute availability to process the queries without waiting for the cluster to start and scale up and scale in, right? Next update is uh, we have a new VM series which is EBS v5 and EBDS v5 NV NVMe-enabled VMs capability. So these are the series are the first Azure VM series which support NVMe storage protocol. So NVMe support enable these series to achieve higher disk IOPS and throughputs for any Azure VM to data. NVMe is a high performance storage interface that is faster and more efficient compared to the traditional storage protocol like iSCSI, which is only the other protocol that most Azure VM use currently. With NVMe interface support, customer can now use these VMs to achieve higher VM to disk throughput and IOPS performance per core with up to 8,000 Mbps to and 260,000 IOPS. So these are the capability which is there. Now if you have a workload there where you need a more throughput and high IOPS, this is the one of the VM series which you can use. The next update is the basically which we have is Azure IoT. Azure IoT has now support Red Hat Enterprise Linux 9. So Azure IoT Edge set of the Tier 1 operating system has been expanded to including the Linux, uh, Red Hat Enterprise Linux version 9 and the AMD 64 official installation package targeting AMD 64. The latest are released with the released is now available into the Microsoft repository. Well, that's it in this video. I hope you like this video. If you like, please click on like and subscribe for more upcoming videos, and feel free to reach us if you have any questions. Thank you.